prions, explained at 3 different levels.
In the world, there are these very small things called germs that can get into your body and make you sick. There are all kinds of different germs, and one kind is called a prion. Our bodies are made up of tiny building blocks called proteins. Prions are proteins that have changed into germs and can make your brain very sick if they can get into your head. When too many prions start popping up in your brain, they can add together and make clumps like Play-Doh, clogging your brain up. This can cause holes to form in your brain, making it look like a sponge. Since your brain is the boss of your entire body, messing it up like this can make it hard to move or think and may even cause the person to die. Have you ever heard of mad cow disease? It's a brain-degenerating disease that occurs in cows, but it can even cause issues for humans who eat the beef from those infected cows. It's caused by these things called prions. Prions aren't viruses or bacteria like you'd think. They're proteins that cause brain diseases. Many human prions are actually just weirdly shaped versions of proteins that we naturally have on our brain cells. Prions might enter the person after they eat prion-infected food, like beef in our example. When some of these prions with their distorted shapes get into a healthy person's brain, they can actually mess with the shapes of the proteins that are already there. Basically, the prion transforms the normal-shaped proteins into prion-shaped proteins like itself, spreading the infection. The problem with these prions multiplying like this is that their weird shape causes them to form clusters in the brain, messing with the brain's normal duties. As a result, this causes brain cells to die, leading to decreasing mental ability, physical ability, personality changes, and finally, death. A prion is a misfolded protein that acts as an infectious pathogen. Prion infections are rare, but they all cause fatal, untreatable neurodegenerative diseases. Infection mostly occurs via ingestion of prion-infected tissue. Unlike viruses and microbes, which need DNA or RNA to replicate themselves inside the host, prions are simply self-replicating proteins. They multiply by distorting existing proteins within the host into misfolded conformations, just like that of the prion itself. In fact, most prions are derivatives of PRP, a membrane-bound protein that naturally occurs on the neurons of healthy humans. The infectious PRP, the prion, has a different three-dimensional folding structure with more beta-plated sheets and less alpha helices compared to the normal PRP, and is resistant to being broken down by the body's proteases. The infectious PRPs interact with the normal PRPs on the host cells, misfolding them into the infectious form, and thus spreading the infection throughout the brain. This is problematic because these abnormal PRPs will cluster with each other, both within neurons and the surrounding brain tissue, into aggregates called amyloid plaques. These plaques are thought to disrupt the integrity of the brain tissue, ultimately causing neuronal cell death and dead holes in the cerebral cortex. Plus, the plaques are highly stable and prone to expansion, so they're extremely difficult for the body or medical treatment to get rid of.